What if the entire history of the universe is wrong? What if the cosmic rulebook we've spent a century writing has a fatal flaw? Our most powerful time machine, the James Webb Space Telescope, has been staring into the abyss of cosmic dawn, and it found something that absolutely should not exist. In early 2026, a team of astronomers announced a discovery that changes everything. They were looking for the faint, fragile beginnings of the first galaxies. Instead, they found a galactic bonfire, a galaxy so ancient, so massive, and so weirdly mature that it challenges our entire timeline of the universe. This is the story of a discovery that could unravel everything we know. This is the story of MOM-Z14. In space, looking farther away means looking back in time. Light isn't instant. It takes billions of years to reach us from the most distant corners of the universe. When the James Webb Telescope caught the light from MOM-Z14, it was seeing photons that started their journey over 13.5 billion years ago. This light gives us a snapshot of the universe when it was only 280 million years old, just 2% of its current age. Astronomers measure this insane distance with something called Redshift. Basically, how much the universe's expansion has stretched the light. MOM-Z14 came in with a record-shattering redshift of 14.44. Before this, the most distant galaxies were just starting to cross the redshift 14 barrier. This wasn't a small step, it was a giant leap into a totally unknown era. The team, led by Rohan Naidu of MIT's Kavli Institute, knew right away they had something special. In the telescope's camera, MOM-Z14 was just a faint, impossibly red dot. That deep red color is the fingerprint of extreme distance. But when they analyzed its light, the data that came back was baffling. All the clues contradicted each other. The timeline of the universe was now a suspect. So why is this one little dot such a big deal? To get it, you need to know the official story of how the universe was supposed to work. For decades, the main idea was simple. Things in the universe start small and get big. Think of the early universe as a huge dark fog of hydrogen gas. The theory said that tiny clumps, guided by dark matter, slowly pulled together. These formed the first tiny, simple stars. Over hundreds of millions or even billions of years, these small star clusters would merge, gradually building bigger and more complex galaxies. It's like building a city. You lay a few bricks, then build a house, then a neighborhood. Only much, much later do you get a massive city. We thought the universe was a patient builder. This model predicted that the first truly massive and mature galaxies shouldn't show up until at least 500 million years after the Big Bang. That was the rulebook, and MOM-Z14 just tore it to shreds. When the team analyzed MOM-Z14, they found 3 impossible clues that go against everything we thought we knew. The first clue was its brightness. Models predicted that a galaxy this early should be a tiny, faint collection of a few star clusters. But MOM-Z14 was blazing with a luminosity 100 times brighter than any model said was possible for a galaxy that young. This wasn't a small town under construction. It was a fully fledged city with the lights already on in an era when only the foundation should have been poured. The second and maybe most shocking clue was its chemistry. A galaxy's light tells you what it's made of. In the spectrum of MOM-Z14, astronomers found the clear signature of nitrogen. That might not sound crazy, but in the early universe, it's a bombshell. Heavy elements like nitrogen and oxygen aren't made in the Big Bang. They're forged inside stars and released when they die. Finding nitrogen means that multiple generations of stars had to live and die to create it. To find it in a galaxy just 280 million years after the Big Bang is like finding a car factory built before the invention of the wheel. There just shouldn't have been enough time. The third clue was its structure. Thanks to Webb's insane resolution, MOM-Z14 wasn't just a dot, it was an object with shape, and it was incredibly compact. All its mass was packed into a region way smaller than our own Milky Way, suggesting a storm of furious, concentrated star formation, burning hotter and faster than anyone ever imagined. For a minute, you might think an object like this is a one-off, a cosmic freak. But MOM-Z14 isn't alone. It's the most extreme example of a pattern the James Webb Telescope has been finding since it started its mission. Astronomers are seeing a growing chasm between theory and observation. Other galaxies like GN-Z11 and the previous record holder, JWST-GS-Z14-0, also showed signs of being way too bright and chemically advanced for their age. The discovery of oxygen in JADES-GS-Z14-0 was a huge shock, suggesting star formation was happening at a pace our theories couldn't explain. But MOM-Z14 pushes this timeline to the absolute breaking point. It's not just an outlier, it's the leader of a rebellion against our old ideas. Every one of these impossible galaxies is more evidence telling us the universe's early years were way more dramatic and productive than our calm, gradual models ever allowed. So, does this galaxy actually break physics? Probably not, but it absolutely breaks our understanding of it. The case against the old, slow and steady model of galaxy formation is getting stronger every day. Scientists are now scrambling to figure out how a galaxy like MOM-Z14 could even exist. Several new ideas are on the table. One idea is that the very first stars were way more massive and burned hotter than we thought, churning out heavy elements at a shocking speed. Another wild possibility is that the seeds of galaxies weren't all small. Some theories suggest giant clouds of gas could have collapsed directly into massive black holes, which then acted like gravitational anchors, furiously pulling in gas and building huge galaxies almost overnight. This isn't just about galaxies, it's about our entire story of the cosmos. It forces us to ask huge questions. Was the early universe evolving in violent bursts instead of a smooth flow? Are there new rules to physics that we haven't discovered yet? This cosmic detective story is far from over. The James Webb Telescope is now the lead detective on the case, hunting for more of these impossible galaxies to piece together a new history of the universe. This is science happening in real time, where every new picture could be the key to the whole puzzle. To follow along with us as we unravel these cosmic mysteries, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss what we find next. MOM-Z14 is so much more than a red dot in a picture. It's a messenger from the dawn of time, and it's telling us that the universe is more creative, more efficient, and way more surprising than we ever gave it credit for. We thought we had the story of creation figured out, but it turns out we may have only read the first page. This discovery doesn't mean science is broken, it means the universe is bigger and more awesome than our old models. It means there's more to discover and more to be blown away by. We are living in an era where the cosmic rulebook is being completely rewritten, not by people at a blackboard, but by the ancient light of a galaxy that, according to our old rules, should never have existed. And that is the most exciting thing of all.